Hey guys, this will be a review about the tab's performance, notifications, transactions, pending, free plays, and IP log or net log. Now, as you can see, we're in performance. This will be software A. Once again, like I said on every single video, I don't know what video you guys are going to land. So I always have to repeat software A, software B, software A, software B, because we do have the two softwares. So this will be software A. And there's also a video for software A on limits in general, in case you want to look them up on YouTube. These ones that we're going to mention, we're going to do like different tabs because it's not that much of a deal. There's not that much to explain. So once again, performance. You could look it up for the player. How's the player performing? If he's winning, losing, you can see it daily. You can see weekly, monthly. You can even individually select if you want the parlays. How is he doing on parlays? How's he doing yearly? And so on and so forth. As you can see on the tab, you can even do it by sport. Um, so you could say baseball. So this one has a lot of features when it comes to performance and what exactly are you looking for. If you want to be really specific with the type of sport that he's winning or the type of wagers that he's doing, you could also extract to Excel in case that you want to, I don't know, make charts or do a follow up. You could also do that. So that will be in by sport, general, weekly. You could play around with it. You could even say all was just straight bets. So yeah, this software in comparison to software B, when it comes to this tab in particular is going to have way more features than the other software. It has their pro and cons. Um, so it really depends on you. If you're looking for something more specific, this will be the software for you. The other one is just more general, but it has other features that you might like that this one doesn't have. So the whole point of having two softwares is to see which software the customer prefers to have. It will be the same price. But yeah, so that will be performance. You can see that. Next tab, it's notifications. Pretty easy to understand. Private notifications, customer will now see this. I think we mentioned that in the other video on the general comments that you want the customer or your sub agents or your customer service to see that you don't want the player to be aware. So, for example, I don't know, this customer, it's a really good customer. Please give him a bonus if he calls in, or this customer needs to be verified the password all the time. We could also do that, put a comment just to make sure that everybody knows that he has to confirm the password because it's one of those tricky customers that do some shady stuff. So that would be under private. If you want the customer to call you, you could also put a comment here, put the date once he logs in. It's gonna pop up a message saying, "Hey, agent is looking for you. Please give him a call." Or another idea that I see in agents do the private one is that, for example, this guy only likes to be contacted by email, or this guy only likes to be contacted by Telegram, WhatsApp. So those comments will really help you to remember that he doesn't like nobody to call him, just using Telegram or just using WhatsApp or just using by email, stuff like that. So I do see that's being used for that because, like I said, some of the customers don't like to get the call. Um, you can specify the date of the comment that he's gonna see, and then just hit save. So now the next tab it will be transactions. This is gonna be a little bit more extended a little bit because it will be four options. It could be deposit, and the deposit meaning that you got the money from the customer. regardless if it's a credit account or if it's a post up account. If you get the money from the player, you will need to do a deposit. Um, Now the other way around is if the customer requests money to be sent to him, then it will be a withdrawal. Now there's two options here where it says bet adjustment credit or bet adjustment debit. It will be like, for example, if you have a limit of a wager that is, I don't know, maximum payout 2,000, but for any reason you want to help out a customer and you want to make an adjustment because he's supposed to get more, but your limits are 2,000, and you want to give him the, I don't know, the $300 that he was claiming that he's supposed to be winning over that amount, and you said, you know what, he's a really good customer, I'll make the adjustment. This is where you come. Instead of making a deposit, you just come and say, bet adjustment 300. You put the amount, so you bet amount, let's say 300, and then you put the ticket. You hit confirm. Um, so yeah, you could do that. And the reason we don't suggest for you to do a deposit is because if you do a deposit, then the system will not tell the difference between the money coming in, the money coming out, between the wagers coming in and the wagers coming out. So for reporting purposes, I would suggest for you to do separately everything that has to do with wagers. It will be either a bet adjustment or bet debit. And if it's a withdrawal or deposit, use withdrawal or deposit. Don't combine them, even though it will do the job. Because if you do a deposit for $100, you will see the $100. So everything will be okay. But when it comes to your cash flow or you're making reports, it's gonna screw the numbers in. Um, if you want to take a look at all the different transactions you guys have, you can put the dates. See, for example, it will say casino, virtual casino loss. So you're able to see all the wagers and everything that's going on the account on the transactions. Now, let's go to pendings. Pendings, pretty self-explanatory. This one does not have any pending bets. Let's say that you will have a pending bet. You will see here the track, the ticket number, the bet, the amount, biscuit amount, wager amount. So all the information regarding the bet, and it will also have the option here that will say delete. So if you want to delete the pending, and you do have the rights to delete the bet, all you do is click delete, and it's going to pop a message asking why do you want to delete it for track purposes, and then you put, I don't know, a customer made a mistake or a customer does not want this bet anymore. So you will leave the comment. Remember, there's no way to delete bets without the system keeping track of all the wagers that are being deleted. So please don't give us a call back or asking for us to delete a bet um, because we cannot delete a bet without leaving track. There's no way to ghost or disappear a bet. Um, so even if a customer calls us, hey, my bet disappeared, there's no record, that's not possible. Not even us. For security reasons, every bet that is deleted, it has to be leave a track. So that will be under pendings. Now, if you go to this one, pretty easy to understand. Uh, you can see all the customers' activity or movement on the website. It will give you the site code. So what's the site that he's logging in, the IP address. Sometimes they will use VPNs to hide to hide the IP address. If you do get one of those customers, let them know, hey, you're using a VPN. If something fishy happens, because you're using a VPN, and we cannot tell if you're the person that you say who you are and the location that you are, we could go ahead and cancel the bets, or we could decide not to pay you because if you're using a VPN, there's no way to determine if you're cheating or not cheating the system, if you're more than one person using the account. Or several people using the account. There's no way to determine that because they're using a VPN. They're blocking the activity on the website. The date, well, the date that they're logging in, logging out, or using the website, what kind of device they're using, if they're using a tablet, if they're using a phone, they're using a computer. It will tell you, but once again, that they use VPNs. Sometimes they can block that. It could say cell phone, and it's not actual cell phone. It could be a physical computer on New York, and the same day it could be in LA, and there's no way to determine that because they're using a VPN. So try to avoid customers that are using VPN. If they use VPN, I'll just be really careful. Let us know so we could be on top of those guys. Most of the guys that use VPN, there's some fishy guys cheating or trying to avoid us keeping track of those accounts. Client code, of course, is the customer username, so that way we can know that he's the one logging in. Access date and time. Well, it will tell you the date and the time. Sometimes there's patterns that there's no way that a human can do. So, for example, they log in at 1, then 1:15, then 1:30, then 1:45, then 2, 2:15. There's no way that a human being can be that strict of logging in every single time, every 15 minutes on the dot. So that really tells us that it's a bot, that it's a robot that he programmed to log in every 15 minutes. Sometimes it will be both. It will be a bot and a person. So that's where we come in. You just let us know, and we try to catch patterns of the account being used. How often he's logging in, logging out, what is he logging in, what is he looking for every time he goes on the website. Sometimes the bot will log in, look at NFL, and then log out, and then log in again, look at NFL, log out. Once again, there's no way that a human can be that strict. There's usually uh, not a pattern when it comes to a human. Usually the pattern will log in, look at the NFL, maybe go to first half, maybe go somewhere on the website, and then come back. And if let's say that it's a human that does that, it's a human that knows what the hell he's doing. It's a professional gambler, most likely. If he logs in and goes to NFL and then logs out, and he's not looking at, he's a really sharp player that is just looking for something in particular every time he logs in. So it's not like a square guy that is looking for something to gamble. It's actually somebody real sharp that knows what the hell he's doing. So he's logging in, taking a look at the lines, and then logging back out. So even those guys, you don't want them. So it could be a bot or a person that is really strict. So those guys, be careful with those guys. Let us know. Like I said, we take a look at this and we help you out. So yeah, this will be the tabs. I sort of made the video real quick. If you have any questions or doubts, once again, this is software A. We Please take a look at software B too. Maybe you have something that you like on that one, not on this one, or this one and not on that one. We could go ahead and help you out. And help you out what software is better for you. The prices are the same, so don't worry about the prices. Just play around with the system. If you have any questions or doubts, give us a call, send us an email, check out the website, perhead365.com. And if you see something, or if you don't see something, or if you're looking for something, also let us know. Remember, they're demo accounts, so people are logging in, logging out, and playing around with it. Sometimes they'll remove stuff that we do have. Thank you so much. Bye bye.